What writing means to me. Writing has been a huge part of my life, both in an educational standpoint as well as a personal usage. At first, I thought writing was just another boring school assignment used for nothing in life. Instead, I have come to learn that it expresses how someone feels regardless of what they are writing and presents total freedom without any limitations. Writing has shaped the ideas of expressing my opinion, having great structure, and even thinking critically. I have learned that anyone can become a great writer with confidence. For me, I lacked confidence at first, but even then I ended up figuring out what writing truly means to me. Now that you know what writing means to me, let's see the essay I chose for this assignment. Looking back on all of the essays that I have written for College Writing 1, I'm especially proud of my Module 2 essay, Writing About Writing. I focused a lot of my time into this one because I really wanted to explore the significance of social media posts. They're everywhere, and we use them without a second thought. I truly feel that my essay on social media posts was one of my best works yet, and I'm eager to explore it even more and refine it based on what I've learned so far. For my writing about writing essay, I chose the importance of social media posts because it is a form of writing we use every day and is most common. I've selected this essay because it was meaningful to my writing journey, and I think I did a great job on explaining social media posts in depth. On the left-hand side is my revised essay. What did I change? I updated the title, created a new paragraph, and relocated central ideas. For the new paragraph, I inserted it right under the thesis statement, which will be on the next slide. What digital elements did I add? I added a new introductory paragraph uh, that was relocated from another idea, and style clarification and refinement. Uh, what have I improved for clarity or engagement? I had a tighter focus with the title, improved on personal connection, and refining word choice for better impact on the reader. The closer look will be on the next pages. What did I change? Closer look number 1. For number A, updated title. The title is updated so it was more specific and clearly stated the essay's focus. Number B is on the next slide. For number C, it had a relocated central idea. The idea that most posts were temporarily was moved to another paragraph between social media posts. What did I change? Closer look number 2. For B, created a new paragraph. I created a new paragraph to specifically discuss how social media posts reflect on goals and of formal essays. Also, the beginning of my paragraph was too lengthy and needed a separate idea to have better flow. It also visually looked better. What digital elements did I add? Number A new introductory paragraph. Instead of asking a question, I added a statement that immediately frames the idea of everyday people as being authors, linking them to informal context. Number B, style clarification / refinement. Images, videos, and emojis were mentioned later in the text, and repeating it was unnecessary and formally introduces the idea of being the author, which also lines up with number A. What have I improved for clarity and engagement? Number A, tighter focus with the title. I chose to focus on a clear title to emphasize the topic about social media posts clearly. Number B, improved on personal connection. I also had to add the idea that everyone can be an author with social media posts. It reaches out to the audience more and connects with them in the deeper text. Number C, refining word choice for better impact. When I was revising the essay, I found many words that could have been changed or to reach a broader audience. Example was they rather than stating what they are doing. What did I have to cut or condense from the original essay? To streamline my original essay, I had to trim down some of the repetition and length. As a result, I introduced a new paragraph because the original was too long and needed a distinct area to enhance the flow. Also, I removed some redundant phrases to improve sentence structure and avoid stating the obvious. Building on the idea, I plan to expand it into other paragraphs or ideas throughout the essay. Did I have to expand or explain an idea differently than what I wrote originally? To keep things simple, yes, I significantly expanded and rephrased several core ideas, moving towards a more formal and focused argument along with clarifying many mistakes. For rephrasing/expanding, I rephrased my explanation of why people use social media posts. This shows a general description to a more formal academic outlook. By creating an entire new paragraph, I divided it into goals of formal and technical writing and to show social media posts reflect on them. This frames an entire essay as a more academic context, making the essay more valuable on what social media posts mean to the user. With shifting tone and clarification, I expanded the explanation by moving the argument from a second person view to a third person standpoint. This offers different perspectives and makes a general argument rather than a casual observation. I expanded on the idea that social media posts are temporary. So I relocated the central idea to a different paragraph to make sure it was properly explained and connected to the other main ideas, rather than being a standalone observation. What audiovisual choices did I make and why? Throughout my entire revision and these slides, I used many audiovisual choices to quickly, clearly, and visually communicate the process. First, I used side-by-side comparison. I used this effect in a way to show before and after evidence. For all of my slides, I placed the original on the left and the revised on the right to allow the audience to instantly see the changes and make bullet points about clarity, structure, and word choice. I also used boxes and circles. I used the colors red and blue to act as spotlights, guiding the audience's eyes directly to the exact phrase or section I'm emphasizing. Same thing with the letters A, B, and C. This limits the time for having the audience to look for the changes in larger text. I also used images within the slides. On the next few slides, I inserted a picture of the hands assembling a puzzle piece to serve as a metaphor. It shows the idea that revision takes many steps and it's all about connecting thoughts together and overall making a stronger piece. What have I learned from this revision? Even though I believe that my essay on social media posts were great, I have learned many things from my revision and have found many mistakes that made me improve as a writer. Some of the mistakes I found right away, while others it took me a little bit longer and more time with. In the end, I took what was already a good essay and made it greater. I feel comfortable with using my essay as a blueprint in the near future with other writing assignments, and as a reminder that I am continuing to grow from where I've started. Now in the academic standpoint, I have learned structural organization and focus. In other words, I have learned that paragraphs should handle one main idea rather than multiple within different key elements. Being able to have a great structure with a paragraph makes it easier for a reader to follow. I also had clarity and academic tone. I need to have more precise vocabulary and avoid repeating the same thing over again. I've also learned to swap out phrases to grasp a bigger picture and for what I'm trying to clarify. Along with this, I have learned to avoid grammar errors as well. I've also learned audience awareness. I have shifted from the words you to a more formal third person view. By changing this, I am framing an argument to make a reader understand better and understand the difference between writing for social media and writing about social media. Along with this, I did transitions. I've learned to use transitions to guide the reader through the argument rather than viewing it as a shift between two ideas.